Hello everyone, let us now dive into header parameters in Postman. So what are these header parameters? Header parameters are the request headers that we send along with the request to the server. We have already covered what headers are in general, but let us quickly revise it. So we had seen that headers are the additional information or metadata that we send along with the request to server. Now in case of request headers, these can convey a lot of things to the server. For example, it can convey information about the body of the request. In short, how the server should interpret the body that we have sent in the request. It can also convey information about the client that is making the request. It can have information about encoding of the request and many other things. Mostly, you will come across usage of header parameters for the purpose of authorization. For understanding header parameters in Postman, we are also going to take an example of authorization with header parameters. So let us now move to Postman and get our hands dirty. So until now, using post request to understand body parameters, we had created a test user 2020 and received a user ID as well as the books assigned to that user. You can see that there are no books assigned to this user since it was a new user. So to understand the header parameters, we are going to try and assign a book to this user. For that, let us first understand the API that we will be using and the contract that should be followed for this API. So under the bookstore API, we have a post request which takes a user ID and collection of ISBN, that is the collection of books that has to be assigned to this user. So if I simply click try it out over here, and without changing any options over here, I click on execute. We see that we have received a message saying user is not authorized and status code of 401. Now the reason for this is that I have not sent an authorization token with this API and hence the server was not able to recognize if I have logged in or not. And that is where header parameters come into picture. This API expects the authorization token to be passed in the headers. Only after that it can allow you to assign the book. Now usually the authorization requirements for a particular endpoint are not documented with that endpoint. The reason is that the authorization requirements are usually common for all the endpoints under a particular server. So it doesn't make sense to document these requirements for each of the endpoint. But instead of that, they are documented under the authorization requirements section of the API documentation. We'll not go into details of those things, but I just wanted to give you a background of what is happening. Now, let us again move back to Postman and try to understand the headers. As we now know that we need to generate a token for this user in order to add a book. So I have already created a generate token request body and we can use this to generate a token. I won't go into the details of this, but you can find the API documented in the Swagger tool. So once I click on send, I receive a token for this user. Now this token will be used to assign the book to the user. So let us construct new request to assign the book. I'll just move back to Swagger and copy the body from here and just paste it. We are doing things similar in the similar fashion we had done for our post request. So let us just change this to post and enter the URL. And append the endpoint to it. Yep. Now let us change the user ID and assign a book to it. So going to the user section, I'll just copy this user ID and put it over here. And from GetBooks API, just copy any ISBN and put it over here. So I'll just hit on send. And yeah, we received 401, which is quite expected because we did not put any token. So to do that, I'll move to the headers section. And over here you see that a lot of headers are pre-populated by Postman. We do not need to go into these details, but these can be enabled or disabled according to your need. But Postman automatically adds them, and you can see the reason why each of them is automatically added by Postman. Since these won't be anyways interpreted by our server, I'll just leave them as it is for now. Now for adding authorization token, usually the key is authorization and we type in the value over here, which will be token in our case. So I'll quickly copy this token and paste it over here. Now the requirement for this server is that we append it with the key bearer. So bearer space token, and that will be the authorization token for this API. Now if I click send, we see that we got a status of 201 created and the book got assigned to the user. Let us now see what all options Postman provides us with respect to headers. So in the header section on top, we see that we have an option to hide the auto-generated headers. So if we click on it, we just see the headers that we had added, and the headers that Postman had added automatically are not visible to us. So this will help to reduce the noise that you see in this section. Another thing we notice is that apart from key and value, we have a description section over here. So you can just add a description which will help you understand what this header is all about. Note that this description is just for your purpose and Postman won't send this along with your HTTP request. The next thing that we see in the header section is the option of bulk edit. So we had entered the authorization key and its associated value in the key value edit view. If we go into the bulk edit view, we can add the key value pairs of the headers in plain text format. For example, the one that we had added is already here. So say you have to add some another one, for example, content type. You could just add it in the format of headers, that is key :value. So some of you might prefer to add the key value pairs in this plain text format. This option will be helpful in those cases. And as you can see, if we go back to the bulk edit, it is added in the tabular format as well. Next to the bulk edit, we have presets option. So what is this preset option? Basically, preset option is to add predefined key value pairs for headers. So if I just click on add and give this preset some name, for example JSON type, and say its key is content type and value is application JSON, and say add, it got added. Now if I close this, I see that in the presets option I have a JSON type preset, and if I click on it, another header got added from the preset. So I did not have to enter the key and value explicitly, but the preset took care of it. This is helpful for saving time for the headers that you frequently need to add. Another small operation that we can perform here is that if you click on these three dots, we see that which columns should be visible to us and which not. So this is just to customize the view for you as per your needs. So if I just deselect the description column is gone. So these operations can help you in operating on headers in many ways.